Hi, and welcome to Thrive Thursday. Every Thursday, I share a recipe you can make using your Thrive Life freeze-dried foods, your shelf-stable food storage ingredients. And my saying is, if you have to live off your food storage, there is no excuse to live off beans and rice when you can make amazing gourmet meals, these recipes that I'm going to share using this long-term shelf-stable foods and ingredients. So today, I'm doing a little bit of an experiment. I'm gonna make homemade yogurt. Now, full disclosure, I have never in my life made homemade yogurt before, okay? So I've done a lot of research and I've been wanting to do it for a long, long time. And I had a Relief Society meeting a couple days ago that somebody did make some, which I was so excited because I got all this confidence. It's really not that hard. And so I have the instructions. We're going to follow it and do it. But here's the exciting part. I'm going to make homemade yogurt using Thrive Life instant milk. Okay, so this is your milk powder. And I'm super excited about this. So you can make your own homemade yogurt. Homemade yogurt's super healthy, really good for you. All the probiotics, all that. And best of all, this milk is not only on sale this month, which there's a link to my website in the video description here where you can get all of the sales, the Thrive Life freeze-dried foods, best stuff. Anything freeze-dried is going to be the best to have in your long-term food storage because it has a super long shelf life, like 25 years. Thrive Life is a brand of freeze-dried food that I'm a consultant for because they, as a food storage expert, they have the best quality I've found. And I figured if I'm going to build up my own food storage, getting some every month, I may as well get a commission and it's like an extra discount, right? So that's my personal preference. I also have my own freeze dryer too, so I freeze dry some of my own stuff. But anyhow, we're going to make homemade yogurt using the instant milk. I'm so excited. So the other thing, you can make these in a crock pot. You can make them in an Instant Pot. I'm going to be making mine in my Ninja Foodi, which I thought it had a yogurt button, but it doesn't. So we're going to do it the long way, which is great because if your machine doesn't have a yogurt button or you want to do it in the crock pot, you're going to be using this same technique that I'm doing. And let's see how it turns out. I'm really, really excited. So I'll go ahead and tilt the camera down. You can watch the process. Please like and subscribe so that you can see more of these fun recipes and fun ideas that we do. And then also if you have any other tips or suggestions or other things that you do with your homemade yogurt, put it in the comments. I would love to hear because I'm really excited to start doing this more often, right? I mean, this is the first time. So occasionally, I would say, not like once a year, but like maybe once every couple of weeks, make a big batch of yogurt. And I'm excited about it. Okay, so let me tilt it down and I'll show you the process. Now, heads up, this is not a quick recipe. This is not, most of my recipes I share on Thrive Thursday are super fast because freeze-dried foods, it's really just a matter of getting water up to boil or as long as the food takes to rehydrate, which could be maybe 15 minutes or less, right? Most of the recipes I share are super fast to make start to finish. This one's not one of those. So homemade yogurt is like an 8-hour process. Now, don't stress because it's not like you're doing stuff the whole 8 hours. It's more about getting your milk up to a certain temperature and then you do this and then you keep it at a certain temperature and the machine's going to do most of the work, but it does take a little bit of babysitting and like touch base a little bit here and there. And then you let it sit for like 8 to 12 hours. It has to be kept warm at a warm temperature. So this is not a quick recipe, but it is a healthy recipe. And it is a recipe you can make using your Thrive Life instant milk. So with that, let's do the recipe. Let's make this. So the first thing we're going to do to make our yogurt is we are going to make milk using the Thrive Life instant milk powder. This is great because it's shelf stable. So I'm making a gallon's worth. So you can make less, but I have a big family, so we're doing a gallon. So we're going to do 3 cups of the Thrive Life instant milk powder. This is non-fat milk. Now that was something I had heard you couldn't make yogurt using non-fat milk, but you absolutely can. It just may be a little thinner yogurt, but it still turns out amazing. To the powder, remember we got our 3 cups of powder, I'm going to add 16 cups of water. And at this point, that's just making it milk. So once I have all the water added, we'll stir it up. And if you wanted milk, there you go. There's your milk to drink. And the instant milk is perfect for drinking too, which is amazing. Powdered milk, usually you want to do for cooking, instant milk for drinking, or in this case, yogurt. So we're just stir up our mixture there, just make sure all the milk granules gets dissolved, and we have our milk. So now we're gonna put our Ninja Foodi on saute, and we just wanna get our milk temperature up to 180 degrees. So at this point, you're gonna stir it occasionally, just make sure milk doesn't stick to the bottom, and we're just scalding the milk. I use a digital thermometer like this one. I'll put the link in the description of this video where you can get a thermometer just like this one. And you just want to monitor it, stir it occasionally, and keep checking the temperature. And you want to get the milk scalded to kill the bad bacteria. So we want to get the milk up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So this takes, this took maybe 45 minutes or so. Well, no, I guess I had it unscalded. It wasn't that long. It was about 20 minutes. And so as you can see, now we're getting close up to 180 degrees. We're getting there, and it really, just watch it and watch your temperature so you don't get the milk stuck to the bottom. But once it's at 180 degrees, we're good to go. And we'll just double check it one more time. You can't see there, but it was 180 degrees. So go ahead and turn off your Ninja Foodi, or you can, if you're doing this on the stovetop, just remove from heat. I'm gonna put my lid on, keep it on vent. And at this point, we want to bring it down to 115 degrees. Let it cool. Now, this is going to take hours, like 3 hours. You want to let it cool down to 115 degrees. We've killed that bad bacteria at 180 degrees. Now, we need it cool enough that we can add our culture, our yogurt culture, to it without killing the culture. It can't be too hot. The culture would die around 130 degrees, so that's why we want 115. Now, I use these yogurt packs. Again, I'll link these down in the description where you can get them. For this amount, for a gallon, I'm gonna need 4 of the envelopes. If you want to just remove a small amount of the milk so you can dissolve it. That's why I pulled a cup of the milk out first. So you can dissolve it in a small amount of the milk and then add it to the rest. If you don't have this, you can, the envelopes of the yogurt culture, you can use live yogurt. So you can buy it from the store. You just want to make sure it has active cultures in it. And if you're going to do that, just do 1 cup of yogurt with active cultures. Or like I said, I'm doing 4 of these pouches of the live cultures. And this is just live culture powder. I think it's actually freeze dried, which is awesome, because it keeps it shelf stable. So once we get those packets mixed in with our milk that's set aside, I'm gonna just mix it together and let it get dissolved, and then add it to the rest of the milk. And at this point, we're going to incubate the milk. And this is where you're gonna let it incubate for 6 to 8 hours. You can even do up to 12 hours. The longer you let it incubate, the more sour the yogurt will be, and closer to like a Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna we'll add this to it, and like I said, just give it a good little stir so we get those cultures mixed all throughout the milk. And because this is at about 115 degrees, just put your lid back on, and the Ninja Foodi, it actually will keep it. It needs to be between 95 and 115 degrees the whole time it incubates. And when it's done, you'll see that culture there is kind of separated a little bit. I strained mine using cheesecloth, and you get the whey is that liquid at the bottom. And then when you're all done, you have a nice thick yogurt. Okay, so this is a longer recipe. Today is day 2, the next day. And look at that yogurt that we got. So this is all out of that powdered milk. Pretty easy. It was pretty much just powdered milk, and we had some yogurt cultures. You can use store-bought yogurt, or if you want, now that we have this made, we can save some of this and put this in the next time we make yogurt, and that acts as our yogurt culture. So as long as you keep doing the yogurt, you don't need to buy more of that powder stuff that I put in. I had to use that because it was my first time. But you can buy the yogurt with live cultures in the grocery store. So Tony's gonna be my sampler, my taste tester. Now, as is, we didn't add any sugar, so it's gonna be pretty sour. This is like a Greek yogurt right now. Do you want to try it? This almost like, to me, this is almost like sour cream. You know, you can use it for that. It's gonna be pretty sour. What do you think?
Absolutely no sugar in there, but yeah.
No sour. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add, this is some, oh, it's almost gone, of my peach mango homemade jam. Oh, sorry, got it right on your. I was gonna catch it, and then I decided not to put it in the jar. This is some of my peach mango homemade jam. So that should add some. Does it need more, or is that okay?
Oh wow.
Is that good? Now let me try. I want to try some. I have the whole big bowl over here. You realize? Because this made actually.
Oh wow, that really made a difference.
Oh yeah. Dang.
Right.
I still got a little bit of that.
A little bite into it.
Like a Greek yogurt would, but that's good.
Yeah, I could see why it's be good in like smoothies or
wow.
Anything else.
And that jam adds a really good flavor. Oh yeah.
Cereal maybe.
Oh yeah, that's way good. Okay, so I was really concerned. I was intimidated. I thought this would be a
well, and we saved some of the whey too.
Oh, so. That's right. Yes, we got a ton of the whey. Do you want to grab that pitcher? So when we were done with our yogurt, if it's thick enough for you, you can have it as is. But ours was pretty runny, so I strained it through cheesecloth to separate the yogurt from the whey, and we ended up with this 2-liter pitcher is almost full, and I still have more.
Oh, yeah, it's like up to there.
And this is, so this, let's see if we can show the camera. I mean, actually, maybe we can just get a clear.
To it, then?
Yeah, I will add that to it, but it's okay. I don't have to do it right now on camera. But let's get. Do we have a clear cup? No, we do not.
There's a mug up top.
Okay, that's what I got these for. So I'll pour some of the whey in here just so you can see. It's just kind of a milky liquid. So that's what the whey looks like, kind of a yellowish milky liquid. This whey is super healthy, so don't throw it away. Don't throw the whey away.
This is the whey.
This is the whey. That's what I told him when I separated it. This is the whey. So you can use this whey in like protein drinks. You can use it, you can put it in meals, you can do it in pet food. It's super healthy because it's really high protein and it's got a lot of your healthy bacterias, your probiotics and
Could you use that as like a milk substitute?
Yes, you can. So milk substitute, tons. I mean, it doesn't have, from what I read, it doesn't have a real strong flavor to it. So it's good to add to about anything because it's not gonna be sour like the yogurt.
Throw your instant milk back in there and make milk with it. That'd be interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good idea. It'd be just a super high protein milk.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so make sure you save that whey. I also read you can freeze dry the whey because you can use the whey as your starter for your yogurt as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we can freeze dry the yogurt and use it as a starter like those powders I use. So that's what I'm going to try out some of that stuff too. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I know this was a longer recipe than our normal Thrive Thursday recipes, but something fun. Powdered milk is on sale this month for another, 10 days or so. Another week or so roughly. So till the end of March, they are on sale. So great time to stock up. A few things you can do to make with this. I'm excited. I still want to try homemade cream cheese, and you can do mozzarella as well with it. So I'm going to try some of those. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week with next week's Thrive Thursday recipe.